Hi, hello, and welcome to the Galactic Consularship report brought to you by Vertex of Abundance. My name is Serene Priestess Abossi. I'll be your oracle today. I was sent to deliberate the findings for Cancer rising sign. If you do not know your rising sign, start with your North Node. This is how it's designed, and then go from there. Everything else is accurate if you do it that way. Otherwise, unless you have a very special chart, it might confuse some things. And then check the date in the title, because that's when we may physically experience what I'm talking about, especially if it's your rising sign, because that's why it's designed. If you're not checking your rising sign, or you're out of the date in the description, it may still resonate. It just might not be a physical occurrence. Okay, so let's get in here and see what we get going on. So since we're moving through mostly Aquarius season, this is going to be a 6th house event. Oh, the devil. So there could be karma. With this Knight of Cups, or King, really. In this deck, it's the Knight. But it's in this deck, the Thoth deck, the Kings are Knights. Okay, baby, I gotta adjust my seat, and Baba's working. Okay, honey? This is Chandi, if you haven't met. The Temple Kitty. Hi, baby. Baba's working. So when you have the King of Cups and the Devil card, it could mean somebody that's a Cancer midheaven, which is typically like a Libra rising, or it could mean a toxic father. So somebody that is just, gosh, awful, just dang nasty, just, ugh. Let me tell you a little bit more about that. So this is somebody that uses love for warfare. Okay, it's make war, not love. Okay, and even beyond that, they're duplicitous, they're scandalous, they're shifty, they're it's like that Casanova energy, but like a swindler, but that it's a swindler not just out of objects, or it's a swindler of fortunes. I'm not getting that, but there is something here where we're going to get a message late. We're not going to quite hear or see or feel or sense everything coming at us. There can be some kind of spy, somebody collecting information. They could have some ulterior hidden agenda, or motive. Now, it's not all of those adjectives, it's only one of those adjectives, because something will come out delayed. Something's been shifted, sleight of hand. This is a person using their power to abuse, to harm. Now, also, it means that they're at the beginning. So even though they can master the relationship, getting things off the ground, but they can't actually do much with it. Their craft is in finding targets, not executing not striking the target. But it is a precursor to some kind of intervention here. And again, this is a person that probably has their sun sign in the 4th house, so at the bottom of their chart. And it could be conjunct of Venus. So Venus in the 4th house talks about somebody that is hiding a lot of sexual energy. It can be something around Kundalini. There can be an ancient priestess of the tantric arts. They might need to discover that in this lifetime, because it's saying here that they don't really quite know how to use their power. They don't really know all the details with it, but they feel some kind of lewd and lascivious way, or they're neither here nor there. And now we have Scorpio energy. So we can be dealing with a person whose sun is in Scorpio. If there's a Cancer, whether or not you are a Cancer rising, whether or not you are the Scorpio or not, for a Cancer rising, the sun equals in the 5th house. So this is drive, desires, passions, motivations. Right now, just because of the season, the sun is moving through Aquarius. there's going to be a lot of energy around the sixth house. So hidden enemies, debts, karmic especially, needing to work things out, needing to conflict resolved, troubleshoot. We have a lot of kings coming out. So we also have the King of Wands. So King of Wands, Two of Wands means wanting an option, wanting to um, take a choice, wanting to weigh up options. Really, I'm repeating myself because it is. Now we've made some creative new beginning here with the Ace of Wands, but that could also mean that I would be mindful of the lewd and lascivious nature. Watch the sex energy this month because there is a temptation here. We see the Seven of Cups, that's confirmed. And whatever we're feeling, sensing, thinking, and needing, it may or may not be true, but we need to trust, we need to verify, not distrust here, because there is a little hidden element of the intuition being blocked momentarily. Whenever the Death and the High Priestess come out within 5 cards of each other, and that was exact. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco. Yeah, so it came out within 5 paces. So there is something trying to cover or obscure or deceive or dilute, diminish, distort, disown, deject, distract from the physical manifestation. There is a sorceress here. We have we've gotten a lot of energy that could describe or explain a lot of things. So somebody here may be a Taurus rising. Somebody here may have their sun in Scorpio. Somebody here may be a Capricorn moon. Somebody here, it's definitely a Capricorn moon. Somebody here, if they are Capricorn moon, they have their moon and Venus conjunct. To a lesser degree, they could be a Libra rising. We've said that already. And then if they are Libra rising, this is a, oh gosh, I just heard the word evil doer. That's a judgment, and this is a general reading. So I wouldn't want to arrive at that assessment because we need to confirm. But there's a Capricorn rising here with Saturn in the first house, and they go around wreaking havoc on other people. We also have a Virgo moon. To a lesser degree, that could be a Gemini rising. We also have a sun in Leo. To a lesser degree, a Scorpio rising. So we have a lot of energies coming out here. And then somebody has their Mars in Scorpio. So we have a Scorpio sun, Scorpio Mars. If there was a sorceress around doing something, and I wouldn't normally talk this early on about, spiritual interference. However, it's the sixth house for Cancer. And I was saying sixth house, I really mean eighth house. This is an eighth house event for Cancer rising, meaning that there's some kind of hidden warfare. There's some secret, there's some past life, there's some shadow, there's some karma. Something that's pernicious, that's entrenched. You've done something I can't explain. Yeah, so there's a feeling of obsession, compulsion, some kind of attraction, and it's fatal. It's almost like there's an attempt and an intention to bind or to oppress or to repress somebody's free will, free nature, and that would be us, ourselves. There was an attempt to bind, to ensnare us in darkness or prevent us from having freedom outside of this, and association, acquaintance, connection, relationship, whatever, what have you. I do not know yet. And we're wanting to separate, we're wanting to clear, we're wanting to purge. King of Cups, Five of Cups. You done something I can't explain. There's, and then as I was starting the meditation for the channel, I was hearing that um, something across the distance. I see you, I feel you. It was the Celine Dion song from Titanic. Titanic. So I'm not quite certain of what's going on, but the channel is here. I just something in my nature does not want to explore this energy. So there might be a sorceress with the Queen of Pentacles and the High Priestess. Normally, I need to see the Queen of Pentacles and the Moon, but the Devil is out. So there can be somebody with their Moon in Capricorn, but to a lesser degree, we could be dealing with a Cancer rising. Here go the video. That this has to deal with insights into the self, taking a cold hard look within the self, turning within to venture into soul's wisdom, navigating through the darkness, finding your own inner light. The thing about it is, when you're in the darkness, your light shines brighter. So what I'm feeling is that somebody senses that we're getting away from them, and that might be the battle that we have to go through. There's some kind of battle here. And we have the Seven of Cups. I don't remember what I was saying before, but I did say if the Seven of Cups pops up, we have some kind of confirmation. So we got the Seven of Cups. Yeah, there's a desire, and it's a dark feminine. There's a witch putting energy on us to keep us in some kind of illusion, delusion, confusion, maybe gassing us up, maybe trapping us in the matrix. We could be unhealed, unawakened. We can be living in venial sin, not cardinal sin like the Seven of Swords, venial sin, a forgivable sin. Um, there might be a mirage, some facade, some kind of glamour. And now we have the second ace. So they're trying to gain some type of relationship out of us, probably an intimate union. And I am getting the energy of lesbiana, and it doesn't feel like they want to be in a relationship with us, but they are unhappy when they see us with somebody. Because, and it doesn't always mean it's about money, but it doesn't always mean about relationship. They don't want to see us happy because we might not need them or want them, or they might not have access to us. That's so weird. What are other interpretations I could be getting here? Because this has gone too far. Let's kind of venture back into the physical world, not the spiritual world, although we're reading tarot cards. So let's look at this double ace. Somebody might have their Venus in Scorpio. They're trying to get us to lay golden eggs, which could be a commitment or a ring. It can be some kind of material new beginning. They could be tapping into our energy in order to yield some type of fruit. They can also be trying to pierce our protection. And that would have been successful, I must tell you. They were able to unseal our whatever. And again, Venus in Scorpio. We have the Empress card out, the Death card, and the Seven of Cups. That's Venus in Scorpio. I've seen this energy a lot, and pardon me, it might not be you, darling. I've seen this Virgo moon, Venus, and Scorpio energy a lot coming up as an evil witch. It's been coming through for the last like 10 days, like a week and a half. And then Mars and Scorpio here too. This is a tyrant, somebody that wages war over slight offenses. They'll be plotting our demise, and we didn't even know that we upset or hurt their feelings. And it could be simple misunderstandings because this person kind of has it. They're not local delulu crazy. They could be like slight misunderstandings, easily explained, and they're not waiting to understand. They're just immediately going to attack. There's a healing situation where it's good to take a rest, to take a pause, apropos as well. I'm hearing that word. I'm hearing the word apropos, equipoise, and respite, repose. Interesting. That's a first for me. And then somebody definitely has their Venus in Libra and it's conjunct Jupiter. There's also more energy here about Saturn is there too. So this is a person whose blessings are blocked. Because when Saturn and Jupiter are conjunct in the sign of Libra, you have to repay off some debt before your life gets much better. And it will get much, much better. However, not until. And this kind of energy, I'm not saying that this is the case, but this kind of energy is what would make a person become super duper rebellious because they're actually being punished, they're being admonished. And, the Bible does say if you want to um, enrage a fool, discipline them. If you want to give counsel to the wise, discipline them. It's the same thing, if you want to offend a fool, tell him the truth. If you want to offend the wise, tell them a lie. So this is one of those energies where you have to decide who you are. And this is a they problem. It's not an us problem. That's a them problem, not an us watching problem. They've been given multiple opportunities to choose kindness, goodness, righteousness, benevolence, and they're going somewhere else with it. Because over here, it's very hard, very difficult, very austere, very heartache, heartbreak, but it's good and salvation, redemption. Over here, it's all loosey goosey, airy fairy, and it veers right off into evil, right off into darkness. Confirm, confirm, confirm. Unless somebody's a Capricorn moon, it's all evil, all evil. And of course, we're dealing with the eighth house, so that you can lose your soul in the eighth house. You got to act right. You got to choose right. You got to live righteously. It gets lonely on the high road. God will say no, and it'll have you walking solo, and it gets lonely. It gets lonely. So we have a double seven here with the devil. I don't trust that. There's somebody's walking right into the gates of hell, and they're not going to be able to leave because I'm being told the problem for this person is that why is it that good people do the right thing, they pray every day, and they live difficult lives? They might be die early, get sick, or whatever, and then a closed-hearted, evil, sinister, wicked, bitter person can live a very long life. It's because the devil doesn't want you to know that you're in a cage, that you're in a prison, and that one day the door's going to shut and you can't make it out. Sometimes the devil doesn't want you to know that you're on the way to hell because you can still turn around and walk on a different path. That's only going to be revealed once there's a title change, a C shift. So this is a person that's damned or cursed or something of that nature, and I dislike to deliver that message to a general audience. It's just that they had it coming. They had it coming because they spent so much time with their precious little innocent soul doing all this switcheroony. They are attending to evil matters. You don't know me so well. I think we know that now. I, I'm hearing a song by Mooney. Cause you're too good for me. Yeah, so they're of an opposing mind and they think they can exact some type of uh, because we said no, they think they can exact some type of havoc because we won't open our heart up to them. That's what I'm getting. Hello, darling. That I'm just, if I go deep, it's gonna, okay, one thing we can do, we have a double 10 here. So they want our love, or they want to be let into our community, our group, our heart, our family, whatever, something of that nature. And if we do that, it's a covenant breaker. But they're not coming right out and saying, like, I am a cowgirl. I'm going to wrangle you down from your standards and boundaries, lasso you away from your spot, take you up out of your destiny and the calling on your life and the divine mission that you took upon the earth. They're not being straight up with that, but it is a covenant breaker. This is an oath breaker, a covenant breaker. And see, getting us to choose them over choosing God is the thing that'll give them the increase that they're looking, because they have this prayer, and it's one of the forbidden of the foreboding of the. This is a fallen person who's not yet fallen out of disgrace, but they're already living in sin, and they've had a series of corrections because they're being given a favor by the Lord. See, God loved them very much at one point in time, but they're not acting right. And the love has not been removed. But what has been done is they've been given a mark where everything they put their time, energy, effort, and attention into is going to fall apart. Whatever they put before the divine is going to fall apart. And that's a gift. That's a trick for them to finally turn to the right place, the light, the holy, the divine, the benevolent, the all that is, it all that was, it all that ever will be. But that's not what's happened. They're actually ruminating, oscillating, vacillating in hate, marinating in venom. They're using their sinister, evil wickedness to justify. They're using their misery and embitterment to justify their evil, sinister, and wickedness. That's what's going on. I got to get away. They're of an opposing mind. They are an opponent, an opposer. So this is a trickster here with the devil and the bajetto. Yeah, see, the devil and the magician means that they are a trickster or a liar, probably both. We have a lot of moon energy over there. That's a mentirosa. Somebody might have their Jupiter in Leo. Somebody might have their Saturn in Leo. Okay, so this person is they have the mark. They're slated for hell or purgatory or something. They're not going to be able to successfully complete the class because they have some kind of demerit, or even if they turn in every assignment, they're barely going to get a passing grade because they wasted too much time in the beginning. Everybody started out with an A. Everybody started out with a clean, pristine soul. Something for them, they're going to carry something with them. There's a debt they have to pay off. And if they don't switch spots with us, something's up for them. And they're not on a trajectory of trying to switch spots with us. They're trying to trick us out of our spot, not to take it. They want to lure us over to their side. And see, we are actually withdrawing our energy. We're tiptoeing around this. Okay, I just heard the word HEAUX. We're tiptoeing around this energy, entity, ideology, and frankly, it's because they project a lot of just kind of pettiness onto us. It's like we need to be lesser than in order to stick and hang around them. We need to lower our standards. It's a bunch of, they're like a walking boundary because they're restrained. They've already been arrested by God. They're living in a spiritual prison as we speak. And that's showing itself upon the earth. They may have fallen into sickness. They might have been fallen into destitution. They might have fallen out of grace. They might have lost their reputation. That's what's going on. Their karma is already affecting them here in the physical because they don't have an open heart. And when they do pretend to be loving, caring, and open hearted, it's a false. It's a false. That was the equipoise, repose, That was what they were talking about, a false heart. Somebody might have their Mars in Pisces, but it's false love. It's fake. There's a hidden agenda, ulterior motive. When the seven in the moon, the seven of swords in the moon, that means a hidden enemy, an ulterior motive, a hidden agenda. Okay, that's what that means. Because they can't make it through our protection. Whatever the reason is, it's whatever they're doing is not working. But here's the deal, they're not gonna stop. So I don't know what this reading is about. It scared me. Ooh, 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 ooh. What is this? What is this? So we have a double page. Let's check on that. We have a double 5. Let's check on that. We have a double 3. Let's check on that. Okay. So tell me about this double 6. So a message from them. They're damned. Period. Period, 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 period. I don't know why I'm so excited. Okay, so yeah, they've already been judged. Alligator spirit is on them. So their soul is there right now. The kind of judgment they're under is the universe is deciding whether or not to destroy their soul. They're wondering if a defective piece came out of the factory. That is so unkind to say, but that's what I just told. Yeah, they're a walking red flag. Because the energy they're walking around looking to sow bad seeds. This is like the black snake. Oh, now I'm clear on what's going on. Yep. And the seven of swords just pop right up. So they're exposed now with the moon card. It showed itself again. So this is an enemy. This is somebody aligned with the god of chaos or Set or the black snake or Mhm. Yeah, this is not somebody to be messing with because they want us off our path. What is this? What is this? Now we have 3 sevens and the 10 of swords. That's a warning, an alert. An alarm is being sounded. And the judgment, Ace of Pentacles, which we have, or the Tower, which we have, or the Seven of Wands, that's an alert. Like somebody is ringing the alarm, pushing the button. So this is they're going by bad teachings. They belong to a dark priesthood. What's this double 5? More evil. So they're just going to create barriers and boundaries for us. That's what they're doing, creating obstacles, but it's already been decided by the divine whenever they do come in for assistance. So all they're doing is running our credit up, not our credit card, or it's not incurring a debt. It is blocking and delaying our victories. But here's the deal. When they do get dealt with, everything they took away from us is going to come back 3 to 5 times fold. What's this Saturn and yeah, so they've fallen out of grace is what these two cards together mean. It literally means they are fallen, but that's in the heavens. They've yet to receive that karma upon the earth because they're trying to take our chosen favor, our chosen whatever. Yeah, they're cursed. They really are. They truly, genuinely are cursed. Um, Nine of Swords is being damned, cursed. It can be some kind of spiritual attachment. The devil's out. Five of Swords is fall from grace. It's forbidden. because they're a love hater. So they came in as a frenemy, but now they're an open enemy. Five of Wands is Five of Wands and the Five of Swords together means that one is sinister, evil, and wicked. Five of Swords, the other one is embittered. When they come out both together, it means that this is the plight of the fallen. Queen of Wands is they're vying for something here because they can only get it while they're in the physical. When they're in hell, they have to serve. And their execution has been scheduled. I don't want to continue reading on this, but we're not done. We have to look at, we had a Mars energy here. Okay, we need to look at the Tower and the Five of Wands because the Death card is also out here. Okay, so rescue is coming because of our chosen status. They think they've successfully gotten some kind of entry into our community or into heaven, and they are trying to do some swapping because of our chosen status and because of our spiritual inheritance. But God already knows. The reason that we're having issues because we've tried to say yes to them several times, but the Lord won't allow it. We also have to look at the Three of Wands in the Tower because the Devil card is out. It's not the Three of Wands, it's the Three of Pentacles. So they are energetically projecting at us because they're trying to concoct some type of bond to us. That'll be the entry that they need. They need us to open our heart to them. And actually we have, but see, they can't recognize it, they don't know what to do with it because we're not acting a certain way. They thought we'd become more pliable, more vulnerable, more we would acquiesce, and that's not what happened. And literally they're blocked from touching our inheritance. That's what they're trying to do. We have a spiritual inheritance. I'm not talking about cash money, dollar bills, in an account somewhere with gold and a trust. Wouldn't that be lovely? But they're working in collective, either with the spiritual world or in a coven, cabal, or clique to strip us, bind us in some kind of way, shape, form, or another. It's not happening because all of them are hellish beings. And they do work in the cemetery, by the way. Yeah, so there's magic going on, and I didn't feel comfortable talking this whole reading about magic, but it's confirmed. These two cards together is the confirmation I need to know that the entire reading is about magic. The moon card alone, but when I'm looking at the moon and I'm seeing all these other things, I would want to see the Nine of Wands to confirm. It started out with the evil eye, then it grew from there. They're feeling rejected. That's also part of what's fueling their envy, their rage. They're becoming more and more and more obsessed because we're like the perfect target for them. But the thing about it is they're not able to win. And so part of this is just fun. They want to see until the day they die, they're going to see what they can do to take us down. This is not a pleasant story. Okay. And also, when they look at us, they see it's a mirage. They can't discern who we really are, what we really are, what we're really about. And so when they project energy, they're projecting it in the wrong way. They think they're attacking certain things that are fake outs. They think they're securing certain things. Again, they're tricked. What this means is they can discern a lot, but they can't really read or interpret our energy. Okay, let's look at this double knight and get out of here. Okay, so the Lord has already judged this. This is going to bless us quite significantly, but right now we need to keep working on things. This is going to bless us quite significantly with the Ace of Cups. Our heart's desires will be fulfilled. But we have to confront something. We have to continue going through this battle. because it's post-traumatic stress, and it could have been passive aggressive. This person's going to have to um, go really hard for a little while longer, because what they're doing is cementing their place in hell. For whatever reason, they have a little bit of good karma in them. I don't know what that is. It's from a previous point in time. But not only is God letting them choose their punishment, God is letting them destroy their good karma, so that when they do go to hell, all they have is things to pay for. They don't have anything to redeem. So that's a special kind of ass whooping. When the Lord doesn't want you to have any way to redeem yourself. That's a special type of FU. And it has been an honor and privilege and a pleasure to serve you. This was a message about a war that we're in. It's really a battle. So this is a struggle with the fallen, and they're trying to lure us over to their side. And they're targeting us right now because they like seeing us suffer. I don't know what that means, because it's different people watching. But also, it's almost like a dare to them. They're enticed because they haven't been successful thus far. They haven't been able to completely wipe us out. They've had some victories, but they've won a couple battles. They haven't won the war. And it is a long, drawn out, and protracted battle. It's been going on for several years, whether we know it or not. Now, this person was living in venial sin, and very recently they trespassed to cardinal sin. So just a quick prayer for all those still lost out there to illusion, delusion, confusion, lost in the seas of time, still trapped in the matrix. May you be well, may you be happy, may you be whole, may you be at peace, may you receive everything you ever wanted, starting with what you deserve. Ho'oponopono, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. I pray that you return to a splendid grace of the divine and universal oneness and unconditional love vibration. Finding redemption and salvation with your steps ordered in your path, awakened and illuminated. Until we meet again, namaste, Dhanava, and Ashe. Sayonara, Aveda Zen. That's with you. Take good care. Bye.